Ever pondered what phishing attacks are and how they can impact you? Well, picture this. You're sailing through your daily digital routine when, out of the blue, you stumble upon an email. It looks legitimate, but without realizing it, you've just stepped into a trap set by hackers. This is the basic premise of a phishing attack. Phishing attacks are a form of online scam where cybercriminals impersonate legitimate organizations to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information. This could be your usernames, passwords, credit card numbers, or other personal details. The consequences? They can range from identity theft to financial loss, or even damage to your reputation. Now, these cybercriminals are not your run-of-the-mill tricksters. They are sophisticated, constantly evolving their methods to stay one step ahead. They create convincing fake websites and emails that mirror the real ones to a T. They may employ social engineering tactics, manipulating you into giving away confidential information. Unknowingly, you might just hand over the keys to your digital kingdom. But here's the kicker. Phishing attacks don't just target individuals. They can also aim at businesses, resulting in significant financial loss and damage to brand reputation. It's a game of deception, and the stakes are high. So why is understanding phishing attacks important? Because knowledge is your best defense. In the digital age, our lives are intertwined with the online world. From personal emails and social media to online banking and work-related tasks, we leave digital footprints everywhere. A single misstep could lead to a domino effect of devastating consequences. But fear not. By understanding phishing attacks, their potential risks, and how they operate, you can arm yourself with the tools and strategies to identify these traps and avoid falling prey to them. Remember, the digital world is much like the real one. It's filled with opportunities, but also risks. And just like we protect ourselves in our physical world, we must do the same in our digital one. Now that you are familiar with the term, let's delve into the various types of phishing attacks. First up, we have the most common type of phishing attack, email phishing. This clever trick involves hackers creating deceptive emails that seem to come from a reliable source. Now, you might be wondering how these emails can fool anyone. Well, they're often designed to mimic the look and feel of emails from your bank, your favorite online store, or even your workplace. They might ask you to verify your account information, or they could offer an enticing clickbait like a huge discount or a prize. But here's the catch. Embedded in these emails are malicious links or attachments. The moment you click on them, you could unknowingly download malware or direct the hackers straight to your sensitive information. The stakes are high, so it's essential to be vigilant. Look out for any telltale signs of phishing, like poor grammar, odd email addresses, or requests for personal information. Always remember, think before you click. Now imagine a phishing attack that is specifically targeted at you. That's spear phishing. In the vast ocean of cyber threats, spear phishing is a particularly crafty predator. Unlike the wide nets cast by regular phishing, spear phishing is a precise and personalized attack. The hackers behind these attacks do their homework. They gather information about you, your interests, your job, your friends and family, anything that can make their bait more convincing. They then craft an email that seems to come from a trusted source, maybe your bank or a close friend. The email might ask for sensitive information or direct you to a fake website designed to steal your data. The level of personalization in these attacks can make them incredibly convincing, but there are always signs. Look out for slight inconsistencies, like misspellings or odd requests. Remember, even if an email seems to be from someone you know, it's always best to double-check. Phishing isn't just for the little guys. There's also whaling. This term might conjure up images of seafaring adventures, but in the digital world, it's anything but. Whaling is a particularly cunning form of phishing that targets the big fish of an organization, such as CEOs, CFOs, or other high-ranking executives. These cybercriminals play a long game, often spending weeks or even months researching their targets. They meticulously craft messages that appear to come from trusted sources, such as business partners or internal departments. The goal? To trick the executive into revealing sensitive company information or authorizing fraudulent financial transactions. The stakes are high in whaling attacks. They're not just after a few personal details, They're aiming for a massive payday. But remember, these attacks rely on deception and manipulation, so a healthy dose of skepticism can go a long way in protecting yourself. No matter your position, everyone can be a target. Phishing attacks can also take a more technical route, like in the case of pharming. Unlike other forms of phishing that rely on tricking the user into clicking on a malicious link, pharming goes a step further. It exploits vulnerabilities in the domain name system, or DNS, to redirect users from legitimate websites to fraudulent ones. This happens seamlessly and without the user's knowledge. Imagine typing in the web address of your bank, but instead of landing on the bank's official page, you're redirected to an identical-looking site controlled by a hacker. You enter your credentials, believing you're interacting with your bank, and voila, you've just handed your sensitive information to a cybercriminal. To protect yourself from pharming, it's crucial to pay attention to the website's URL. If you notice the web address is different from the usual, even by a single character, do not enter your information. Always check the URL before entering sensitive information. Did you know phishing attacks can come through your phone? This is known as vishing. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, how does that work? Well, let me break it down for you. Vishing, or voice phishing, is a form of social engineering that uses phone calls or voicemails to trick individuals into providing personal information. The attacker might pretend to be from a bank or a government agency, creating a sense of urgency to get you to act quickly without thinking. They might tell you there's been suspicious activity on your account, or that they need to verify your information for some reason. It's all a ruse to get your personal details. So, what can you do to protect yourself? First and foremost, be skeptical of unsolicited calls asking for sensitive information. Verify the caller's identity independently. And remember, no reputable organization will ever ask for your password over the phone. When in doubt, hang up the phone. Last but not least, let's talk about smishing. Smishing, a fusion of SMS and phishing, is a type of phishing attack that uses text messages instead of emails. Cybercriminals send deceptive messages designed to trick you into clicking on malicious links, downloading malware, or even directly providing personal and sensitive information. These messages may pose as urgent alerts or offers from trusted entities like your bank or favorite shopping site, creating a sense of urgency to prompt action. It's important to remember that legitimate organizations will seldom request sensitive information via text. So, if you receive a message asking for such details, it's a good idea to contact the organization directly through a trusted method, like their official website or customer service line. And remember, your phone is just as susceptible to phishing as your computer. So, just like with emails, be wary of clicking links in SMS messages. Phishing attacks are a serious threat, but knowledge is power. As we've navigated through the dark waters of the digital world today, we've encountered various types of phishing attacks, each with their own cunning characteristics. Let's recap. We plunged into the depths with email phishing, where hackers cast wide nets, hoping to catch unsuspecting users with legitimate-looking emails. Then we discovered spear phishing, a more targeted approach where specific individuals or organizations are in the hacker's crosshairs. Next, we dived into the world of whaling, where the stakes are high and the targets are even higher. Think CEOs, politicians, and other high-profile individuals. We also uncovered the dangers of pharming, a technique where hackers redirect users from legitimate websites to fraudulent ones, all without the user's knowledge. We then listened in on vishing, voice phishing, where telephone calls are the weapon of choice. And let's not forget smishing, where text messages become the bait in the hacker's trap. Each of these methods is unique, yet they all share a common goal: to trick you into revealing sensitive information, whether that's usernames, passwords, or credit card details. But now that we're armed with knowledge, we're better prepared to counter these threats. The key to staying safe is vigilance. Be skeptical of any unexpected emails, calls, or messages. Keep your software and operating systems updated to patch any security vulnerabilities. Use strong, unique passwords and consider using multi-factor authentication for added security. And remember, Hackers aren't just faceless entities on the internet. They can be anyone, anywhere, and they're always evolving their tactics. So it's crucial to stay informed about the latest cybersecurity threats and protective measures. Remember, in the digital world, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Stay vigilant and protect your information from these phishing attacks.